apparently he's a legit player on the Young Guns roster. So he's been kicked off the server, and he's completely legit. Takes him to play tricks like that.
Oh, but this is interesting. They're saying that the person who was Blade... Oh, well, they're saying they didn't believe that it was Blade. Oh, well. So, well, all the players have readied up, ladies and gentlemen, and the game is about to be on. 5 seconds to go, and the match is on, and it is OFS on defense. The Young Guns with 5 players on attack. Fight goes the call, and here we go. Well,
watching the Young Guns. They're all rushing up the front gate of the enemy spawn. Or what do you call that building? The original spawn, I guess. And they're doing a split attack with 2 heading up the side, and now here they are on the main road trying to get into the flag. 2 of them are going in, a medic and 2 medics and a field ops. They've got the flag and they're heading to the main door closest.
Well, we've got an engineer that's already running past the trucks as we speak, and he's about to lay down dynamite. Now that is a very good run. You can't really get to the main gate much faster than that. Only 40 seconds gone, ladies and gentlemen. That's even faster than Dino set on this map earlier this week. So there is grenade spam going down at the moment, preventing any of the access coming through the access door to get a defuse. 14 seconds on that dynamite timer, and it looks like Young Guns are going to be able to make it stick. That's very well done. Probably took the OFS guys by surprise. And there goes the dynamite in just a moment. There, it's blown. And we've got a west radar defense set up by the Young Guns. I mean, by the OFS. 5 players around the west, good?
Yeah, that's right. We've got all 5 of the Young Guns sitting at the main. They're being held up by a whole lot of arty spam. Makes me think, why don't they open up the side, give them another avenue of attack? But this arty spam's wiping them all out. That's 3 down so far. There are only 2 left in the main. You know, one finger salute have it easy at the moment because there's only one way the Young Guns can come from, Chrisis.
Yeah, so it's kind of like telegraphing where you're going to pass the ball. And there is one Young Gun, dies a lot, who actually hasn't died. Ironically enough. And he's headed around the Axis spawn. I think he's inside now. And where is he? Oh, he's just been cut down by Smiley Smoke.
Down.
So, a couple of medics from the Young Guns have gone round to the side entrance, but they are medics. So they can't blow that side entrance. It is still firmly in place. There's just a spawn, and I can see an engineer heading out that way right now, ladies and gentlemen. So, the Young Guns heading for the side now. And there's no defense at the side at all. Everybody is around the west radar at the moment. From Clan One Finger Salute.
Well, Young Guns had 2 players sneak through the front gate. And they attempted to do a boost, but One Finger Salute Jerry was over the old dead radar, and he was able to cut down one and eliminate the boost, and he let his teammates know, and they came over and finished off the other guy. Great work from One Finger Salute at the moment, Chrisis.
Well, One Finger Salute doing what's expected, and that is fielding 7 players and making sure that every one of them is doing their job, making it very difficult for 5 players from Young Guns to do anything with this attack. So action isn't very high at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of sporadic attacks running down, but once the command post is up, I suspect that we'll have a couple of pushes from the side, and it will be all 5 players at once instead of this kind of dribs and drabs stuff that's happening at the moment. And yeah, there's dynamite down at the command post. So the side is down, dynamite planted at the command post, and there's an engineer there waiting for that to blow. We've got a couple more Young Guns coming through the main. Again in sort of 1s and 2s, so that's not going to really help their cause, good?
Oh, for sure. When you're already 2 players down, you need a rally as a team. If you see anyone running out on their own, if I was the captain, I'd be raging them up. I'd be like, come on guys, let's play together. 1s and 2s is not going to work when you have a team like One Finger Salute, who obviously have a planned defense around the west radar. You have to go together, mid-train it up. It's about the only chance I have of breaking this tonight, Chrisis.
It is indeed, and the command post has been built, so we'll have to see whether they take the advice of the shoutcasters in the air above them and start attacking together. Whoa, we've got a grab on the east. Okay, it's the east that have been grabbed, and off they go. Dies a lot is carrying the east parts, and he's gone the safe route, which is around the side entrance. So we'll have to see whether that breaks up the west defense at all, whether they go and try and retrieve the parts, and it doesn't look like it, Egud. Looks like they're camping west securely.
Yeah, it looks like their plan is to totally ignore the east, give them away for free, which we've seen many a times over this last week. That is the plan of most teams these days on defense.
Yeah, it seems to work. It seems to work for the top teams, and if it works for them, surely it'll work for everybody else. So we've got a couple of players from OFS running what I would call the icy defense. 2 players from OFS around the east radar at the moment, so they're just harassing anybody who tries to go around the side or around behind the axis spawn. And the rest of OFS are camping around that radar and keeping the west radar, that is. Well, it looks like Young Guns are doing a split attack. We've got a couple of them coming from the side, and we've got a couple of them coming from main. And there's an airstrike that's gone down from the Young Guns onto the west radar, and it takes out one of the OFS players, and we've got Cretin running through on his own, owning somebody up. Who was that? Grabbing the west parts, and he's on his way to the... Oh, just as he jumps onto the road, he drops the parts, and they fall on top of that platform that the radar is on. So that grab not successful, Egud, but close.
Well, that was good work from Cretin. He was able to flip that airstrike over, force the defense to hang back until that airstrike cleared. In the meantime, he was able to jump over and use that advantage and grab the parts, but unfortunately he didn't have any backup, and he was pretty easy target running away, bedpacking himself.
Alright, we've got another grab. Again from Cretin. Cretin's the ninja, it seems, tonight. He grabbed the parts, and again he's cut down before he gets to the road, but that was close as well, so it's looking a bit better. It's actually looking quite good for Young Guns. They're being very enterprising here. Here comes Young Guns, dies a lot. He's just stepped on a mine, and that's not going to help him at all, but, oh, he owns one, but he's taken down by the next from the OFS. Cretin's jumped up with, he's manning a Panzerfaust. And he gets an SK. I think his support fire from airstrikes is going to be more valuable than that.
For sure with a Panzer you only have one shot and then you're stuck with a pistol. At least with an airstrike, once you're done you got your MP40 or your Thompson, which is a hell of a lot more effective than any pistol will do any day of the week.
Alright, we've got another airstrike.
A lot of gunfire.
Airstrike from Young Guns, dies a lot, and he is heading up. Oh, and just as he gets to the west radar platform, he's cut down from behind by OFS Jerry. So that was close again, ladies and gentlemen. Young Guns doing very well getting this close to the radar with 7 players defending. And, well, surely one of these grabs is going to be successful, but they are running out of time. 2 minutes, 12, 11, 10 on the clock remaining. So they don't have a lot of time. They are going to be entering into do or die time in just a minute. Well, we've got a push coming from the side. Here comes Dies a lot. Throws an airstrike onto west, so that's going to push the defense back. But there's nobody here in support. Anybody in support? Oh, it takes out 2.
Dies a lot. It takes down a double. But we've got 3 players running behind the actual spawn crisis. And Ant123 and Satanist and Medic. They're all running behind the spawn. This is it, 1:30 left on the clock. They're still alive, they're still going. Can they do it, Chrisis?
They might just be able to do it, indeed. There are only 2 players left defending at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, but they're going to spawn soon. So the Young Guns have got to move really fast now. In fact, they have spawned, and here come the Axis from behind. So the Young Guns have to rush for those parts if they are going to get a hold of them. That push is cut down, but here comes Dies a lot from the wooden bridge. He's on his own though, and he gets taken down. So that was really well done, but unfortunately they took too long, and there was an Axis spawn that came from behind and took them out. We have 57 seconds remaining on the clock. Time is running out, Young Guns, but they are pushing. They're pushing from the side again.
That was a good rush from the Young Guns. Considering the 2 men down, they were able to push out OFS defense. They had players rushing over the bridge, they had players rushing around back of the spawn. The back of the spawn rush lasted so long that the remaining backup was able to get another rush going over the bridge.
And we
But
got support fire.
unfortunately for Young Guns, OFS were able to respawn.
Support fire again from two different directions, manages to take out two of the players from OFS and push them right back, but there's not anybody near to those parts, not anybody able to grab them just yet. And with 13 seconds on the clock, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it this round, but wow, they're getting quite close. Another airstrike call down, second airstrike call down, they're really going do or die back with 0 seconds on the clock. It's just too late. And the clock is set to 10 minutes. So, as expected, I've got to say, Egud, that was a full hold to the side, a one finger salute.
Yeah, well, I must say, the Young Guns had a full 7 tonight. That round would have been very interesting indeed, because there were a few times there when the Young Guns looked very good. And Jerry, from the one finger salute, saying, can you please drop another? He obviously wasn't comfortable with how things went for him. Good old Terry.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess if we're going to have more of a game out of this, it would need the OFS players to drop a player. But they are doing the thing the way that this ladder is set up to be done. They are fielding 7 players, and they are going for gold. Now, I think that they, in fact, are the challengers in this match. Just going to go and check the Game Arena ladder and see if that is in fact the case. Yes, they are indeed. So, One Finger Salute are ranked number 44 at the moment, and they are challenging for 33rd place. So, definitely, you know, if you're challenging and you want to move up the ladder 11 places, you're going to field a strong side and you're going to show no mercy. This is war.
Oh, for sure. I know the last of D2. D2 is one very serious player when it comes to keeping within the rules. There was one thing he doesn't like, and that is rule breakers. And I'm sure he had a big influence over that decision for One Finger Salute.
So who is what's his alias at the moment?
Oh, he's Bite Me, sorry. And he played with D2 in Volatile.
Okay.
He plays with Bite Me now.
Oh, the famous D2. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to spec him because there was a lot of you know, when they were choosing that All Stars side, people were putting forward that D2 was the
Yep.
best heavy weapon. So I guess we need to watch this man. I'd like to see. I've never seen him play.
No.
So.
He's a very handy player. He can SMG a bit, he can nude stick a bit, and of course he can SK it up like nothing else really. He's pretty evil with that Panzer.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are just waiting for 7 players to ready up. That is almost the whole of the Young Gun team. Okay, we've got everybody from the Allies, that's One Finger Salute, readied up. So just 3 players from Young Guns that we're waiting on. Only 2 players, and then we are into round 2. And if you have just joined us, Young Guns are represented tonight by 5 players only: Satanist, Cretin, Dies a Lot, and 234, and Manic. And One Finger Salute represented by Jerry, Bite Me, Latch, Smiley, Scarface, Anger, and Sarge. And all players have readied up. 5 seconds eager to the start of the next round. 2, 1, fight it goes. And I'm going to follow Bite Me, who's a noobnator at the moment, ladies and gentlemen.
You said you gotta follow him, and you can follow him for sure. Well, I'm looking at the Young Guns, it looks like they're defending the flag. What is the attack doing, Chrisis?
Well, we've got a side push going on at the moment, and it's being cut in half by excellent support fire from the Young Guns, but there is still a plant going down at the side entrance. They've got enough players, and that plant is going to stick. I mean, in fact, all of the One Finger Salute players just about are at the side, making sure that that dynamite sticks. Just a little
This
bit.
Young Gun defense is pretty interesting. They split it up. They had 2 dudes in the flag and 3 on the main road. And the 3 on the main road ended up in the Allied spawn, hoping to cut them off. But unfortunately for them, they didn't realise all of the One Finger Salute were waiting at the side for the dynamite to blow.
Well, the dynamite has blown Egud, and now they're trying to push through into that doorway, and we have, Young Gun Manic was doing very, very well with that crew-served MG, cutting down player after player, but a grenade takes him out, and Scarface is, well, he was going to plant dynamite, but in come In comes Cretin, 1-on-1 versus Scarface, and he's taken down, so Scarface comes out on top there. Cretin trying to prevent...
with little health. He had 2 health after that duel.
Oh, wow, very
intense
close.
dueling going on here.
So we've got a dynamite plant going on the command post now, ladies and gentlemen. So that side is going to fall in just a minute. And main is closed. And now they capture the forward bunker. So one finger salute, taking the side, securing the side, planting at the command post, and now they've secured the forward bunker.
Whoa, you just missed some excellent raids to the side from One Finger Salute and a cave. He took down 2 players, one of them was survived, and he took down that player again. Finished off with a 3-man rampage. Oh, One Finger Salute and a cave at the moment, Chrisis.
Well, there's a plant now at main. And we have had 2 minutes and 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, already passed. So that is, you know, you can't really ask for much more on this map. 2 minutes 30 is a kind of an average time to hold out the main entrance. And the main entrance goes down now. So we are looking good for, well, an average time. I mean, not a bad time, but an okay time being set by One Finger Salute. As long as they keep going at this pace, they should be quite comfortable. And we've got a push coming from the side, ladies and gentlemen. One Finger Salute, 4 players boosting up onto the east radar point.
Yeah, that's right, and they're met by Satanist and Medic. And Satanist is able to take down both of the players that boosted up. Awesome work. Oh, big long range moon circle and Scarface takes down Satanist. And they're boosting again. Another 2 players boosting up to the east. It's Jerry versus Medic. Jerry grabs the parts and runs. As he would in that situation, Chrisis.
Yeah, and he's off to the side entrance, and there are lots of One Finger players, One Finger players all around him, so those parts are going to be safe. Now that's a clever move, I would say, from the boys from Young Guns. They ran some strong resistance around that east radar, making One Finger Salute work for that radar. And hopefully that time is going to count in their favour.
Now obviously realised that the main still wasn't being attacked very hard, so why not put some resistance at the east if that's where the main attack's coming from? It's very, very good work.
Well, of course it's a risky move because it means that their defense around the west radar is split up. But they have now set themselves up, it looks like. Oh, but here comes a sneak grab from Scarface, but he's cut down before he gets off the west radar platform. And nobody's returned the parts yet. Okay, there you go. They're returned now. Lots of spam going down, ladies and gentlemen, around that west. And Young Guns holding fast at the moment, but they are running ragged. One of their players is already down and waiting for a respawn, and it is a long spawn if you're Axis. Got a boost coming at the moment from the boost point near the west radar, but it's unsuccessful. They can't seem to get up there. TRD, what does that mean?
I'm a bit tired. But I'm watching Lads and Smiley Smites attempting to jump up the boost point at the west. And so I can't seem to get some coordination going. Oh, here we go. Anchor Cabra's up there now. This is insane. They're trying to boost. There's a whole lot of firefight going on around them, spamming everything. And they're just...
They can't get over that wall.
Boosting.
But they can't get over. I mean,
quite
they're
entertaining.
Bouncing against the wall at the moment. Well, we've only got 4 players from the Young Guns at the moment, while their attention is on this boosting that's going on, and I'm telling you, it's like rabbits. They're just jumping up and down and not getting over the boost point. There is an attack coming from the rear, and the objectives have been grabbed. Double support fire called down. Airstrikes come down, and, well, the radar pods are lost.
Wow.
Well, they were picked up and dropped so many times, 3 or 4 times in a row, ladies and gentlemen, but eventually Young Guns manages to pull out something special, and they have returned the west radar parts, and 4 of them are still alive around the west radar parts to defend it. In fact, 5 of them are still around, so well done to the Young Guns on that push. They really did well to defend so strongly. There was just so much SMG fire going on. Lots of spam now as another push comes from the east around past the fake radar, but it is a split up attack. It's not a rush together, ladies and gentlemen, and if you don't rush together, even if you outnumber the team that you're playing against 7 to 5, you're not going to get very far. So it looks like One Finger Salute are going to have to regroup before they can come in and take on this West Radar defense.
And exactly that, Chrisis. They are pushing through the old radar. They're going as hard as they can over the birds. There's 4 of them now.
Oh, double airstrike called down, and that is going to deal damage. People are not getting out of the way. Oh, and 2 of the Young Gun players taken out, and 1 of One Finger Salute with a team kill from an airstrike. But that has decimated the West. I think we might have some technical problems, ladies and gentlemen. I think I might have lost Egood.
Hey, Chrisis, testing.
Oh, there you go. I can hear him now. Yeah, I can hear you, Egood. Okay, so we've got another grab on the West and another double airstrike. But once again, the parts are getting dropped and picked up and dropped and picked up, dropped and picked up, and the Young Guns, through an incredible display of scrambling defense, have returned the parts again, and they are very fortunate because there is not another One Finger Salute player up on that platform hoping for the quick double grab. They better rush to get there though, because here comes Bike Me. He's going for another grab on the parts as we speak. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got the parts and he's heading for the main. Bouncing along. Oh, he's getting attacked. He's packing himself up and he's cut down, but there is another player behind him. Oh, and just before he caps the docks, he gets cut down and Satanist returns them. That was inches away, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable work from the Young Guns.
Oh my god, that was within 1 meter of the track, Chrisis. That was intense. Oh
Man,
my
that was
god.
so close. 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. Would you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? Young Guns pulling out all the stops to hold onto the West Radar desperately. Double airstrike down, 1 from each team at the moment, and bodies all over the place. Splat goes. Lots of players from the Young Guns side, and this part, oh, I think they're going to make this one stick, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like the Young Gun players know it. There is a grab, and Smiley Smoke dashes through the main, and he's going to cap the docks with 1 minute to spare. Exactly. Ally successfully beat the clock. That was so close. You good?
Wow, that was so close before. What? He got shot down literally 1 meter from the truck with the West parts. Imagine the rage you would feel if that happened to you, Chrisis. You'd be in despair, desperate. Just 1 more meter. Oh, awesome stuff.
Well, shout out to the players from Young Guns that showed tonight, because wow, with 5 players, they really made One Finger Salute work very, very hard for those radar parts. Made them work hard for the East and for the West, especially the West. Goodness me. Took them all of, about 6 minutes to grab just the West parts. So very well done. And it was really close at the end there.
Oh, that was a great round. Jeez. Young Gun really pulled it out of the hat, considering the 2 players down. They held on for 8.5 minutes there, Chrisis. That was very impressive effort.
In fact, 8 minutes and 59. That was very, very good. Very, very good from the Young Guns players. But let's not take anything away from One Finger Salute. They grabbed those parts because they stuck together and got those airstrikes down at the crucial time, devastating the Young Gun defense eventually with those airstrikes. So well done to One Finger Salute. They have gone 1-0 up in this match, ladies and gentlemen. And we are now just waiting for 12 players to ready up, and we will be into round 3. And the cries are going out from the Young Gun boys.
I have a few shout-outs here, Chrisis. I'm checking out the GameStar IRC channel. And shout-out to Moadib. He says, GameStar Egood, will you marry me? Do you think that's a pretty good question? Do you think, what should I say to that, Chrisis?
I'll say yes. You know you want to, Egood. You know you want to. Well, we've got a shout-out.
Yes, you'll come fighting back in the rage of jealousy if I said yes.
Alright, we've got a shout out to the DRE boys, the Dre boys. Das Reich Elite Troop. And to the Illusion guys from OFS Jerry. That shout out to Dre going from Young Guns Cretin.
A special shout out to Mo Lucky. He requested it himself. The guy is so modest. You know, modest in a sarcastic type of way. Shout out to Mo Lucky.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are still waiting for 2 players to ready up. And then the 3rd round will be on. So it's just a couple of players from Young Guns that they are waiting for. I wonder what happened to their 2 players, Egud. It really is a pity that they couldn't show.
Yeah, well, we had that incident earlier on when someone came on called someone, and no one actually knew who he was, and he got kicked. And yeah, he reckoned he was actually on their lineup, but he hasn't come back, so maybe he wasn't on their lineup after all, Chrisis.
Yeah, probably got the message. Not welcome here. It's a pity though, it could have made the difference.
Yeah, well that's for sure. It's been close so far. But there's still a long way to go for both sides, so it's going to be that close, that's for sure.
Alright, so waiting for 2 players from Young Guns to ready up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, just 1 player, and that is Young Gun Satanist. And all the players have readied up. So, we are on to round 2. And once more, One Finger Salute are on attack, the Allies. And fight goes the call.
Well, I'm watching the Young Guns defense at the moment. I'm looking at Dies a lot. He's running out to the main road and throwing out some arty spam. Let's see what he can do with that. And it absolutely misses everyone. But he's able to take down Bite Me. Well, there's a big rush coming up the main road, isn't there, Chrisis?
A major rush. They are all heading up the main road from the One Finger Salute. And they are heading like, well, they're just going like the blazers up that road. And heading now underneath whatever this thing is. What is this thing? A bridge? A barn? I don't know. They're past the truck. And they are about to lay dynamite down. So much quicker from One Finger Salute. Dynamite is down at the main. And they've got the forward bunker. So it looks like everything's running smooth as clockwork for the OFS players. Have to apologize, ladies and gentlemen. This tag of the of One Finger Salute OFS is confusing my poor South African brain, because that is actually the name of one of the provinces in South Africa, the Orange Free State. So I keep on having to stop myself saying, and the Orange Free State are through. So yeah, they go. OFS are through the main, and they're just doing a major push through the main at the moment. Actually, not such a major push. They are kind of split up at the moment. Pushing through main, and one player from OFS, Anger_Cav, is at the West Radar pots at the moment. Before he makes a grab, he cuts down the defenders from the Young Guns that were there. Only 2 defenders. Grabs the pots and he's on his way. Oh, but he's cut down. Excellent by Young Guns Manic before he gets down onto the road. So that's a bit of a mistake by OFS Anger_Cav. He needed to jump down onto the road so that at the very least the parts were on the road. But the parts have been returned. Excellent work from Cretin with his submachine gun. Dealing the damage out.
Jeez, the One Finger Salute there nearly caught the Young Guns absolutely out of shape there. But fortunately Young Guns have all respawned, and they've finally got their defense set up around that West Radar. But it could have been disaster. It could have been a very quick time. But fortunately for the Young Guns, it was not to be, Chrisis.
Well, very fortunate indeed, because this is what happens when you're 2 players down and you rush forward to try and defend the plant that has happened on main, because that is exactly what they did. They ran through that door and tried to defend where the plant had gone down. I don't know what they were thinking. And very lucky not to be caught out completely. So they are able to set up a bit of a defense now, a bit of a different defense. We've got 2 players around the fake radar, 1 player on the bridge who's actually now crossed over to the fake radar, and a single player, Young Gun Cretin, at the west radar. And he's just camping the west radar at the moment, but he's the only one. So they are defending hard on the east radar, which I guess is the kind of do or die sort of thing that they have to do. East radar parts have been grabbed, Egud.
Yeah, that's right. That was very aggressive work from the Young Guns. They virtually charged them at the side there. Not sure what they were thinking. Maybe they just had a bit of a moment there where they thought they were invincible and just wanted to take down everyone on the planet. But at the moment we're watching Sarge, he's got the east parts and he's looking to take them out the back and into the truck classes.
And while that is happening, we've got Bite Me from OFS running through, and we've got a bit of a knife fight on. Oh, not so. Cretin pulls out his knife and tries to take out Bite Me with his knife. Bite Me was having none of that, shooting his pistol at Cretin, so Cretin whipped out that SMG and took him down. And the defense has managed to recover somewhat. We've got 3 players from Young Guns around the west radar at the moment. We've got spam on the west radar itself from the allies. And the east parts have been secured. You heard it on GameStar Radio, ladies and gentlemen. OFS have secured the east radar parts, and 5, 35, 34, 33 remaining to this round. So far, Young Guns doing as well as they could hope for, I guess, holding off the allies from grabbing this west part, but it's not going to last for long because it looks like they're all taken out. A grab goes down on the west radar parts, and they're heading for the side, but excellent work. Excellent work from Satanist, who takes down the dock carrier and returns the parts. And that's going to be enough for a spawn from the Young Guns. They're running down. There's another grab on the parts going up the main road right now. It is 5 Young Guns versus 5 OFS. And, the parts are down. The parts are down, and they've been returned by the Young Guns. Excellent work from the Young Guns.
That was intense. That was a great recovery from the Young Guns. Twice they were on the back foot. The first time Satanist all by himself was able to take down the dock carrier and grab the parts while I'm dying. And that time, oh boy, that was just the Young Guns raging as a team. If you look at the console, it was all Young Guns. They just totally wiped out the defense around that objective. Oh, well done to the Young Guns, and here they are, setting up camp around the west radar again, Chrisis.
Yeah, they threw down some RD spam just to give them a bit of space, and in the meantime, OFS are coming in full from the fake radar side. They've spawned from the side, and the airstrike's going down, and a grab on the parts about to happen in just a moment. But there's a well-placed mine that takes down the dock, the person trying to grab the docks, and the docks are still safe. There's an airstrike on the docks right now, and oh my word, it takes down 4 players. It's not enough though. Scarface has grabbed the parts, and he's heading off down the way. That was unbelievable from Dies a Lot. But too little, too late, and the west parts are secured. But it took them 6 minutes and 18 seconds.
Wow.
Awesome.
Another awesome round. We saw some last minute saves there from the Young Guns. But in the end, they're just outnumbered from the one thing that's Luke, who, I must say, attacked very impressively as a team that round. They managed to get their boosting working at the boost point a lot better than in the first round, in which we saw them, mucking around a lot there. But now, they look pretty sharp, and geez, they look pretty good. I back them at the moment, Chrisis. Maybe I'm, doing the whole jinx thing, but we'll see.
Well, just to let you know how this game is going, ladies and gentlemen, the Young Guns walked away with all of the awards in that round. Every single one of them was taken by a Young Gun player. Dies a Lot right at the death there, managing to get a 4-man airstrike kill. And I'm just trying to look at the kill-death ratios. Well, they're not actually... No, well, 40 kills in total from the Young Gun players, as opposed to 30 kills in total from the OFS players. So Young Guns pulling out the stops at the moment, trying to defend those west radar parts as well as they could, but only managing 6 minutes and 18 seconds of defense that time, Egud. So it's going to be a lot of hard work for them to beat that time.
For sure, considering in the first round they were held the full time, and they are playing 2 players down. It's going to be very tough for them, but if they do pull it off, it'll be one of the greatest caps we will see in a long time, I think, here, Chrisis.
Indeed it will. 6 minutes 18 is a very difficult time to beat, even if you are at full strength. But the Young Guns will be backing themselves. If they didn't back themselves, they would not have accepted this challenge, and they certainly would have forfeited if they didn't back themselves, even with only 5 players. So shout out to the Young Guns players for really making a match of this, well, making a match of this match, I guess. Doing Austin Powers there.
Starting to make no sense whatsoever, Chrisis. I'm sure we all understand.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, still waiting for all the players to ready up. And once they do, this may be the final round of this match, if the Young Guns are not able to set a time. So, I know that the Shoutcasters are holding thumbs for the Young Guns, hoping that they can set a time so that this match goes into a 3rd game of stopwatch.
So I'm certainly holding my breath for it. The 3rd game is always intense.
So at the moment, the OFS players and the Young Gun players are all comparing ages. 12-year-olds, 21-year-olds, people too old and asking how old other people's mothers are. So we're just waiting on 10 players, ladies and gentlemen. 10 players to ready up. And probably now is a good time to go for an ad break.
If you don't have a clue what I just said then you're listening to the wrong thing. Craptastic Chat Back, Thursday nights with EJ and Bob.
And we are now only waiting for 4 players to ready up. Ladies and gentlemen, during that ad break, the OFS players readied team, and we're just waiting for the Young Guns to get themselves organized, decide on what their strats are, and get things going.
Hey Chrisis, I've got the ultimate test for your drinks. As you know, every time you call something, the opposite happens. If you want to call, one finger salute when in the sound.
Well, that would be a very good test, and so I'm not going to do it, because as you know, that whenever you test Murphy's Law, you know, when you're driving to work and you really need to do something, you know, tie your shoelaces or something like that, and every day when you drive to work, you get stopped at the traffic lights. And now the one day that you need to stop and tie your shoelaces, the traffic lights all go green for you. So that's because Murphy's Law works against you whichever way you call it. So I'm scared that I'm going to jinx, you know, do a reverse jinx or something like that. Waiting on 3 players.
You got some weird stuff going on in your head there.
Tell you what, it's fun in here, mate. It's always music. So just 2 players that we're waiting on, ladies and gentlemen. Young Gun Satanist and Young Gun Ant234. Very interesting, Nick, that. Bite me, killing himself repeatedly.
It's good to see, really. I can imagine the Young Guns will be discussing seriously what they're going to do here. Which, you know, I'm very happy about. They're not rushing into this. Obviously shows they haven't given up hope, Chrisis, which is exactly what we want.
It is indeed. Well, Bite me is killing himself to death, I guess. Oh, and here goes Latch as well. But all players have readied up. Ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1, fight. And the attack is on. Everybody from OFS heading out towards the side entrance. What's happening with the attack?
Yeah, I'm watching the Young Guns on attack, and they're going to the side entrance also. Every single Young Gun is sent to the side entrance. So this is going to be one big SMG duel at the side, Chrisis.
So we've got a major battle going on, ladies and gentlemen. Manic and Satanist versus Jerry is the only one remaining at the moment. Manic is a medic and he revives Satanist. Satanist takes down Jerry. And there is another spawn. Oh, it's not a spawn, it's the OFS players. They are coming right forward to the Young Guns spawn, hoping to cut them off from any sort of attack. And I think it's going to work. 1-on-1, Cretin versus Sarge. And Cretin backs off.
I must say, in that first rush crisis, Jerry did some great work. He took down 4 players, 2 with an airstrike and 2 with SMG. You know, when you're playing against 5, that's 80% of the opposition he's just taken down, all on his own. Shout out to Jerry.
Okay, we've got a covert ops wearing a... Oh, bad luck. A covert ops wearing a Nazi uniform, an Axis uniform, was taken out by an airstrike, so he's lost that uniform. So that they've captured the forward bunker. Am I allowed to say I call them Nazis? I don't know. Probably better not. So the Axis in control at the moment, but the forward bunker is in the hands of... Oh, just as I said, the forward bunker is in the hands of the Young Guns players. Changes hands, and a plant is stopped. Good.
Bartley has the Panzer out. He was hiding behind the door at the Ford garage by the truck. And as soon as he saw that dynamite light up, he was out there and he popped that engine air into space. And there was no way the plant was going to go down. So, I don't want to see Bartley with a Panzer when you're playing against 5 players. That's just like being big bully, I think.
Well, I think that the OFS boys have realized that they really do have a game on their hands. The Young Guns coming forward now to make another attempt at planting at the main entrance, and the plant is down successfully, so they will defend it now. Nobody's going for the side at the moment. They are all 5 of them at... Oh, sorry. Yeah, there are 4 players at the moment, all of them medics, at the main, and there is an engineer now heading round to the side on his own. So it looks like they're going to be pushing hard for the main, through the main entrance, and in the meantime, just take care of business at the side. Main is blown, ladies and gentlemen. And we have got lots of players, lots of spam, and lots of landmines around the west radar again, Good.
Oh, for sure. It's a case of deja vu here. Once again, the Young Guns have not given themselves 2 clear avenues of attack. They've finally got the side entrance planted now, but the rest of their team's attacking main. And all One Finger Salute has to do is sit there, wait for them to pop up, and bang! The crossfire's going to wipe them out before they can get anywhere, really.
And there is a lot of crossfire
tonight.
That's
exactly what is happening.
Yep. With 7 players, you can really afford to spread your players out right across past that main entrance, and anybody that comes through is getting shot from 3, 4, 5, 6 directions all at once. There's just no ways they're going to take it out. But, okay, what has happened now? I think somebody... Who's got the command post? Oh, the Axis have got the command
I would say
post.
it's still in the hands of the Axis. But the door has been blown, but we've still got a big rush attempt from the Allies through the main. We've got Artie spam going up at the west radar, as well as field ops and dives a lot running through the trenches. He's going to do the one-man mission. He's taken down 1, but he was taken down by Smiley Smoke, and once again, you've got to rush as a team, but you've got to rush smart. Let's see what can happen here, Chrisis.
They are running ragged, ladies and gentlemen. The Young Guns players are with 1 minute 44 on the clock. They're not even wasting time going for the east parts. They know that the crucial parts are the west, and so far they've been unsuccessful. They're so split up. So they may deal damage. I mean, it looks like 1-on-1 the Young Gun players on average are doing very, very well, but they are unable to put it together against the 7-man team. And in fact, well, yeah, they come. Well, they've got the east parts, and with 1 minute 15 on the clock, we've got 2 players from the Young Guns heading over the wooden bridge, but one of them is taken out by mines. The other one is, well, there's a grab on the parts. Cretin, is taken out. He's exploded by Jerry's grenade before he could get off the platform. So the parts are safe. 57 seconds on the clock.
Just when it looked dangerous for the One Finger Salute, they come along and calmly return the pass before they even leave the radar.
Oh, and
looking pretty risky there.
A push from the fake radar is decimated by Panzerfaust from Bike Me, taking out 2 out of the 4 players that were heading past that way. So it looks well. 30 seconds to go. I don't think Young Guns are going to be able to pull this off, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like those parts are going to stay secure, and there's an airstrike down. 20 seconds to go. Oh, but the player dies a lot, is taken out by Bike Me's Panzerfaust. So the last player remaining is down. 12, 11, and 10 seconds remaining, and there's a final push going from the east, but it's cut off, ladies and gentlemen. 4, 3, 2, and 0. Well, it's all over. The Allies couldn't beat the clock, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 to the OFS players.